Welcome back, and congratulations if you are all still with us. A lot of people aren't anymore. Um, so high five if you've made it through this one. And that said, little remembrance for my friend who was a Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp. Didn't quite make it to this direct, Saturn direct. So, what's going on right now in the sky? A whole bunch of really important things. Now, the outer planets, we consider everything up to like Mars and Jupiter, like your, even just Mars, your emotional planets, right? Um, and in the case of the outer planets, it's more like the changing tides of like the government or the fashion or bigger concepts, right? More people oriented, relationship oriented concepts, things that take time to change, take time to grow. But so, what are we doing right now? Let's discuss. So, the sun is in Virgo, Earth sign, but it's ruled by Mercury. So, this is a lot of taking things apart to figure out how they work, and hopefully, you can put them back together. Virgo's not always great at that. You are a lot of nurses. You are not always a lot of doctors. But happy birthday if your sun is in Virgo. Right now, the moon is in Cancer, which moon rules Cancer. Great. This can be a very fertile time. This is a very knowledgeable time. This is digging deep. And I personally experienced this kind of this morning when I listened to a song that I have listened to 1,000 times and means the world to me, but it finally just hit at the right moment, and everything that I have been planning all kind of makes sense. And I feel like that is a lot of where your moon in Cancer is right now. If there's some little piece that inspires you, that welcomes you, that makes you feel kind of like held in that creativity. Mercury is in Leo and it's going direct. Mercury in Leo direct. Okay. Mercury in Leo, so there's a lot of drama to the way that you need to express yourself. There is a lot of yelling. People have to be able to listen to you through the tears. And so, what is it that you can kind of cathartically communicate? Maybe in a way of telling a story that someone can kind of get the who you're Shakespeare to Queen Elizabeth, right? Or is it Victoria? I think it's Elizabeth. Oh, correct me later if you want to. Okay, so Venus is in Libra, and Venus is going to go retrograde really soon, but it is still direct right now in Libra. It's going to go all the way into Scorpio and then go retrograde back into Libra. So where you are now, you need to pay attention to, especially since you've been through all this retrograde season. If you've made it through, then this is a really good time to prepare and really understand and like get a grasp of where you are at this moment, because things are going to move really fast, but you're going to need to like stabilize. You're going to need this sense of home and reliability, and Venus rules Libra, right? So don't freak out. um, if you don't panic, there's a good chance that you will survive the thing. If you do panic, and there's really not a need to panic, then things are going to seem a lot worse than they are because you're panicking. Mars in Capricorn. So here's where we gotta study this video, okay? So Saturn is going direct in Capricorn today. Saturn's been retrograde in Capricorn, and Saturn is this outermost planet, so like a major occurrence thing, and it has to go back from whence it came in Capricorn, so in the degrees of Capricorn, right? So Saturn rules Capricorn, and it's about hard work, and it's about reclaiming what you're worth and your value, and that's not just monetary, but it helps. So Mars in Capricorn, going direct. So these two guys together, I've described them before as kind of gangstery, right? They're like your tough uncles. And like we've been in this position before. We've been in this position plenty of times. So now that you have learned how to take in your immediate surroundings, what do you have? What resources do you have that you can put together that you can build into something? That you can build into your next step, your next phase. And this is really good with the Sun in Virgo. So we have Mars, Saturn, and Pluto all in Capricorn, which is a stellium. Now, a lot of people like to... They think a stellium is a lot more than it is. But you have to really pay attention and be specific about where it is. Now, Mars being in Capricorn is kind of a bigger deal. Not even a bigger deal. It's a different flavor than Saturn in Capricorn. They're both kind of like if... fashion. It's fashion, okay? Not every style looks good on every person, and that's okay. Some people are really good at one, and some people are really good at the other, and some people can maneuver through them more easily than others, right? I can't wear skinny jeans because, especially if they're blue, because I'll look like Gollum. I don't want that for myself. Nobody else wants to see that. It's like meat that you can't eat. It's like frog legs. It's uncomfortable. I'm over 30 now, so I can wear hippie skirts, like, maybe your Uncle Dave can't pull off hippie skirts the same way. Things like this. So what does that have to do with Mars and Saturn and Pluto? Oh, and very exciting. Okay, so Mars, Saturn, and Pluto are in a stellium, right? So they're all hanging out in Capricorn. They're all wearing skinny jeans. Okay. But one is the god of death, one is the god of hard work, and one is the god of war. But also passion, but also spin. What are you worth? Getting that is so important. And claiming it. And if everything is work, then how do you sustain? What is the separation between like work and play, for example? And is there one? And if not, how do you get compensated for that? Is now. Now, Uranus in Taurus is your stability is pretty much always in question, especially when it's retrograde. What does home mean to you? But also, what does it mean to other people? And are you kind of on the same page? And are you in the right reality with that? Well, luckily, Neptune is pretty understanding of that, because Neptune is in Pisces and is also in retrograde. And it's sort of, Neptune in Pisces is about the future, the digging so deep into understanding everything that you, like Da Vinci in the helicopter, right? This is helicopter. Da Vinci in the helicopter. Understanding something decades before it is complete. Well, now we're kind of in the place where we can build that thing so quickly. So part of Uranus and Taurus is something that you have always needed, that makes things more convenient, that you can't imagine living without, but at some time you did. Neptune in Pisces makes that thing a reality and helps you develop things in your mind, in altered states, in dream states, in whatever. But, so, we have one fire, one air. Otherwise, it's earth and water, which is a very fertile time for everybody and a very harvestable time. I am very proud of my little basil plant. I grew it from a little grocery store plant into, I had to put it in like a big pot. I have gotten 4 harvests out of it, and the 5th one will probably be like tomorrow. It's big and beautiful, and literally every single time that I pluck it, more grow back, and it gets bigger and bushier, and I put it in the direct sun for hours and hours every day. And if you do research on it, some people call it the devil's plant, because the more you abuse it, the faster it grows. I kind of identify with that. And I think that you might too. Here's the other thing. Basil is literally used for everything in every witch's brew to enhance it. If you do the research, it makes everything better. It's a purification, it's for love, it's for money. You put basil leaf in your wallet, and you are supposed to have a much bigger income. You put it at your doorstep, which is where mine is, and it's supposed to bring in more customers. Basil is good for everything. So, be like the basil. That's where we are right now. Harvest, take everything that is against you and use it. And turn it in. It's like the Saturn square. The farmer makes more work with his plow. We are making a lot more work right now. Jupiter in Scorpio. So we have gone back, we're going forward. We haven't quite got out of the shadow period of Jupiter and Scorpio. So we're still in the degrees that we were in before. That is to say, we're not done picking up what's lost. Go see if there are any outstanding anything from grandparents that have been left behind. Go to antique sales. Go to estate sales. Something in your attic. Clean out your garage. There are things left that you haven't found yet. And they're going to be very important very, very soon. and they're worth something. They're worth, they're not, maybe they're baseball cards. Maybe they're gold teeth. Maybe, I don't know. They're going to be weird. But it's heirloomy. So, okay, yeah. Now hit everybody. Let's talk about your sun signs. I say your sun signs, but what I mean is I'm going to go through the zodiac. I'm going to give a little description of what you should be doing right now. And when I'm done, you can decide, you can listen to your big three, your whatever. Okay? So I'm going to start with Aries. Oh, and don't forget, you can hire me. My October schedule, of course, for Halloween is filling up, but I'm always here for private readings. Tarot, handwriting analysis, astrology charts, Reiki, and hypnosis. Any parties get a discount. Anybody over 4 gets an even bigger discount, and it goes from there. I have all kind of packages. Let me know. Okay, so Aries. And it's 1625. Let's remember that. Okay, so Aries. Very screamy, very loud. I know, but you are working hard and you are taking care of business, and things are a little more delayed than you had anticipated. And I know, but that is for the best. And what you didn't have a little bit ago is something that you will have when you finally get to the thing. So it's worth the wait. It is worth having more resources in your pocket when you have to go build the thing than not. Than where you are now, because you would have had to fix more things later. Taurus. Nobody is taking advantage right now, okay? But you're because of what someone has done to you before, it looks a lot like this person is taking advantage. Give them the benefit of the doubt. It's sort of a lion and the mouse thing, okay? Gemini. Okay, so with Mercury and Leo, you are having a hard time shutting up. But that's okay, because now what you have to say, you kind of have that silver tongue thing going on, and that's going to make you more money. Say what you need to say. Make sure it's synced. Make sure that you've really studied. I mean, we're looking at an Alan Shore sort of finale thing here. Gemini, Cancer. You're better than this. You're doing really well right now. Show them that you're better than this. You can rise above. Are you happy? All of this earth would indicate that you are nourishing, but are you being nourished? That's what matters. Leo. It's a lot of pressure, but you're right. If you're right, then you're right. Just keep going. It doesn't matter anymore. If you're right, you're right. Virgo. You're not a liar. So why are you lying to yourself? Libra. Finish the whole thought. Let it all out. You have been working very, very hard at helping other people. Make sure that and like you've been really lucky too. Things have sort of leapt into your lap. Especially from people that care about you, and that's great. And you have been very grateful, and you have been wonderful. What do you need now? It's okay to need. Scorpio. Are you done yet? We'll wait. I heard somebody call Scorpio Water Leo. I mean, I didn't say it, but I heard it. You just take that how you want to. Scorpio, Sagittarius. Oh, guys. Okay. If this is what you need, let it out. But it's gonna get you. You might as well just pay what you owe. And we'll see what that is. Capricorn. Center stage you. Sort of the straight man though, right? But you can get away with a lot more comedy. Remember, David Bowie and Elvis are Capricorn, right? Like, you make something different, okay? Capricorn, Aquarius. Atonement. You better start apologizing. You better, whatever your holiday might be, you celebrate, if you go to confession, if you whatever, get it off your soul, man. You don't want that karma coming back. Alright. Well, that's all for me. Good luck, and see you on the next big deal.